I wanted to come on and kind of talk to you guys about some things. It's just been a crazy day for me. I'm really not feeling too good, but I just wanted to share some things with you guys. I remember some time ago when I had first left my ex-husband, who was very abusive to me. I couldn't understand it. I remember I had just had my son, and we had no food in the house. We were starving. And I would beg this man, please get some food, please, because I couldn't. I had a C-section, so I couldn't go get any food. I couldn't do anything. And I begged this man, and he wouldn't. And one time, I took off my wedding ring, and I said, here, just go pawn it. If you can get $15, $20, that'll be something. And instead of him understanding or saying, no, babe, I don't want you to, I don't want to lose, or I don't want to pawn your ring. That's something I gave you. Or, just something. Instead of doing that, this man gets up, picks me up, and body slams me. My whole body shook. I felt like my C-section had just opened back up. I was in total pain. And I curled, and I begged him to please stop. And as I got up, I, I laid there for a moment, and then in the midst of him trying to kick me in my stomach, just kick me, I got up. Sorry, I can't. Hey, survivors. I just had to take a moment to kind of get myself together so I can finish the story. Once I got up on my feet, he still was trying to abuse me. He was like he wanted to just jump on me, just punch me, choke me. And as I put my hand up, I was, trying to block him. He took my finger, and you could see it this way. And he broke it. He just bent it. It was hanging over to the side. And I took my other hand, and I pushed it back. I was screaming. I was shocked to see that. I had bruises on my arm, on my face, my neck. My girls were crying. And I knew right then I had to leave because he was gonna try to kill me. I had a brand new baby, my son, and I had two little girls. And I had to get away from this man. I didn't know how I was going to do it. And I remember a lady came over, a friend of ours, and she knew something was wrong. She said, "You want me to take the kids for a little bit? Take the girls?" And I said, "Yes. Take them and just show them a little good time." And I had my son. He was a baby, and I had to care for him. I was breastfeeding, but because of my stress, milk dried up. We were literally starving. And there I was with the little baby. He had left. And then, so I sat there with my finger broken and a infant. And I'm sitting on the couch. And he comes in. He goes to the kitchen. And he gets a knife. And he sits down right next to me. And he takes the knife and he pokes it in to the arm of the couch. He takes my son out of my hands. He tells me to get out, to leave. And right then, I was gonna die. I thought he was gonna kill me. And I told him, I'm not leaving without my children. And if it wasn't for God telling me in my mind, saying, you gotta use reverse psychology on him. You have to use reverse psychology. So I said, I'm sorry. All of this is my fault. I know you've been stressed. And I should have been doing better. And when I did that, y'all, this man puts the knife down and gives me my baby. I'm still in the house with this man. I held on to my baby. And I wanted to get up and run as fast as I could to that door. But I knew he would catch me because I had a C-section and I was just in severe pain. He wouldn't give me no pain medicine. He wouldn't do nothing for me. And so I said, I'm going to have to play it off. And all that day, after that was over, and I got my son, the lady friend of ours that had my girls, she kept the girls for me. And I told her I had to wait a whole night till the next day. Later that night, I had contacted a domestic violence shelter. And I had to have a plan. I was going to wait till he left. The next morning, and I told the young lady who had my girls for me, she was going to come and get me and take me to the shelter. And I explained to her that I had to make it seem like I was just going to go hang out. Now, guys, let me just back up just for a second. After he gave me my baby, after he put the knife down, he looks at my hand and says, yeah, you gonna need to go to the doctor. That looked like it's broken. Just like it wasn't nothing. He said, here, give me the baby. It'll be all right. But you need to go to the doctor. So, y'all, I had to give him back my baby and go to the doctor. I could not tell the doctors that I was abused and that I was hurting, so I hid my arms. I hid my neck. I hid everything except my finger. And I told the doctors that I had slammed my finger in the door on an accident. I don't think they believed me. But they let me go. They didn't ask me no other questions. Didn't dig into anything. They let me go. And that's when I went back home. And there was my son. My daughter still was with the young lady that was keeping him for me. And the next day, later that day, after I came back from the emergency room, the hospital, getting my finger bandaged up and in a brace, later that night, I called when he was gone because he left, and I called a domestic violence shelter. And I told them my plans. I said, I'm going to have to fake like I'm going to visit or going to pick up my daughters and then come right back. And when I set that up, the next day came and he was there. He decided to stay with me. So I'm trying to think, my mind is going 90 miles an hour, and I'm trying to think how am I going to get away from him with a brand new baby? How am I going to run with my baby? So the time came, and the lady called me, and she said, okay, I'm coming around the corner. Come on. She said, come on. So I said, okay. So I had talked him into letting me get out and go just be with the girls and let him have his time, you know. So he was like, okay. And I just slowly, got him together, put him in the seat. And I was wanting to run as fast as I could to that door, but I had to play it off. And I remember walking to that door, trying to walk, I'm holding my baby, and I'm holding, he's in the carrier, and I got the carrier, and I'm holding it as tight as I can, and I'm trying to walk and not look like I'm running away from him. And as soon as I opened up the door and got ready to close it, he said, Denise, wait. And I took off running. I was running for my life. At this time, the lady had just pulled around the corner, and I jumped into the car with my baby, and my daughters was in the car, and I said, go, just go, 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 because he's going to try to kill me. He's going to try to kill me. And I never looked back, y'all. I left that man, and I left him. I left him with nothing. I didn't have nothing. I left with the clothes on my back. I left with a diaper bag and a carrier. My girls, I left their clothes. I left everything. And I just left. And I haven't looked back. I left. And I survived that day. I survived that day because he would have killed me. He did not love me, and he would have killed me. I just want you guys to know that you don't stay in an abusive relationship. I don't care how hard it'll be to leave. You plan to get away. Abuse is never okay. I love you guys. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to just kind of tell some of my stories. That was one. And I'm going to tell more. Hopefully to help someone. I love you guys. Remember, change your negative thoughts to positive thoughts. And make good choices. Abuse is never